Hello YouTube, my name is Octopus Joey. Welcome to my first review that actually has some effort put into it. Rugrats in Paris on the Nintendo 64. When I was 5, I got my Nintendo 64. After the GameCube had already launched, but anyway, the game that came with it was Super Mario 64. And needless to say, I was kind of stupid.
But I just got a star! How do you get past this bridge?
So, my parents decided to get me an easier game. Rugrats in Paris. So you start a new game, and immediately, you're treated with a cutscene full of badly compressed audio.
Usually Raptor amusement parks are happily placed, but not today.
Badly compressed baby talk. That's just wonderful. On the PlayStation it isn't so badly compressed, but screw that. This is a review of the Nintendo 64 version. Anyway, now for character selection. This is a tough one, but I guess I'll have to go with Lil. What have I done? From what I can actually understand, the story of the game is RoboSnail captured a princess or something, and you have to get a helmet to control Reptar so you can defeat RoboSnail. First, you have to run around and collect red tickets with very odd controls. Seriously, you actually have to turn and then go forward for the most part. You can still move diagonally, but it does feel pretty awkward. So, how do you get this Reptar helmet? By playing a bunch of minigames, of course. How else would you do it? In order to get this Reptar helmet, you need a bunch of gold tickets. To get these gold tickets, you play a bunch of minigames. You can also collect red tickets and spend them on stuff that will, in the long run, get you more gold tickets. But not without more badly compressed audio.
Finders keepers, losers sleepers.
What is a shaleeper, Lil? Interestingly enough, Tommy doesn't even talk in this game. So, I guess I'm gonna play as Tommy now. So on to those mini-games. Baseball toss. You toss baseballs at targets. It's kind of fun at first, but then it just gets repetitive. Plus, your pointer lies to you. Your pointer lies to you. There's also a monorail that takes you to different parts of the park. Because babies are smart enough not to get run over by a monorail that is clearly 2 feet away from them without guardrails. Also, I'm guessing not very many people over 2 feet tall are on that monorail. Anyway, on Reptar Island, there's a bumper cars minigame. And just like every bumper cars attraction, your goal is to pop the most balloons. What else would it be? Have you ever wondered where balloons go after they pop? Well, they go to an alternate dimension in Paris in which they pop out of bumper cars when bumped. Could you imagine being in a car accident and suddenly a balloon comes flying at you? Wait a minute! Airbags! Of course! When balloons die, they become airbags. What exactly was I talking about? Oh yeah, bumper cars. Anyway, this minigame is actually pretty clever as it has sort of a randomness element. These guys can pretty much just combo me and make me go from 10 balloons to 0. Of course, they're way too stupid to actually pick up the balloons afterwards, and as a result, I won with 18 balloons. And now, for another bumper cars game, Reptar Bumper Tag. In this game, you collect balloons, which you turn into hockey pucks? This explains everything. When balloons die, if they're good balloons, they turn into airbags, but if they're bad balloons, they turn into hockey pucks. But, yeah, you hit each ninja 3 times with hockey pucks to win. Why are these ninjas even here? I have no idea, but their lines are extremely repetitive. Shut up! And now for another bumper cars game. Except this time it's bumper hockey against a ninja. And this ninja is really stupid. If for some reason you're losing against this guy, you can always take his points by bumping into him and taking his balloon, because that makes sense. There's also a skee-ball game, but it's entirely luck. You can make the same shot twice and have it not go in the same place. If these minigames aren't your cup of tea, you can always try fetch quests! Looks like Phil wants a Reptar football. so I guess I'll go back to the Reptar store and— This is taking too long! Next minigame! There are also puzzles. Buy a puzzle piece, take it to a square that matches its color, and solve a puzzle. Nothing special, but it's better than fetch quests! Moving on, toss your cookies. Get it? You throw cookies? Toss your cookies? Yes, it's a bad pun, but I hope it didn't make your day any crummier. Anyway, this kind of reminds me of the Ninja game from Nintendo Land. This game isn't great, but it's at least better than baseball toss. Chucky Chan. Oh no, it's gonna make me play as someone who can talk. It's gonna make me play as someone who can talk. Remember the scene from the movie where Chucky had a dream about fighting dragons and monsters and stuff? Well, this is nothing like that. Instead of fighting dragons, you're fighting planks. Next! Whack-A-Ninja. This game is pretty fun. It's your standard whack-a-mole with the C buttons. I like it. It's probably my favorite minigame in the game. And now for my favorite part of the theme park, Ooey Gooey World. It has a nice environment, nice lighting, nice music. It's just nice. But one thing that's not nice about Ooey Gooey World are these things. In this minigame, you're supposed to bump into all of them within a certain amount of time, but they always turn off way too early, even in the very easy difficulty. But its sister minigame where you just pop balloons is pretty nice. And now for the biggest minigame in the game, Minigolf. 9 holes. It's pretty fun, but there's really not much to say about it, except it's a very long minigame. I think a lot of people would find it very boring if they played the whole thing. While most games last less than 5 minutes, this game can last up to 20 minutes. 20 minutes! I kinda like it, but I see why some wouldn't. Last and certainly least, there's Lick'em Stick'em. You turn left and right and eat bugs. However, instead of the lily pad stopping when you let go of the analog stick, it just starts to slow down when you let go of the analog stick. And it takes like 5 seconds to get it to go the other way. This means your timing has to be perfect. This minigame sucks. Well, now that we have enough gold tickets to buy the Reptar helmet, we can fight Robo-Snail and save the princess. Robo-Snail sucks! All you do is mash B while hearing the same annoying scream over and over! But at least we rescued the— Holy crap, what is that? It's a woman, I think, who takes 5 steps and then stands completely still. Help me. In closing, everything about this game just screams kids game. It's not challenging, the minigames are as basic as they can get, and the majority of the game is just running around collecting red tickets. The minigames aren't bad, except Lick'em Stick'em, and it's not a poorly designed game with some exceptions. But if you have a little kid and you want him to grow up with old systems, buy this game for him, he'll like it. I'm Octopus Joey, and that's all I have to say.